Hello everybody, we've just gone live, and welcome to some more Splitgate. Obviously, it's something that I've been having a lot of fun with lately, and I think I'm going to just continue having fun with in the future. So, last time I did a stream, I was working on a map that I'd pretty much started from scratch on the stream, and yeah, that went well. I like how that section of the map turned out, but I went back into it off stream, and I'm really just not sure of where to proceed with that map, to be fair. It kind of wound up being one hallway, and that's good. I mean, it's good if you like hallways. I definitely do enjoy hallways. A good hallway or two in a map never hurt anybody, but it wasn't quite what I was looking for, and I couldn't come up with a good way of making it a little bit more non-linear. So what I'm doing today is a little bit different. What I'm going to be doing is making a map very closely inspired off of the Halo 4 map Haven, and it was remade as well for Halo 5. I have absolutely no idea what it was called in Halo 5, because I don't think it played nearly as well in that game, and also, to be fair, I just didn't like the map to begin with, but I think the addition of portals is what Haven needs, as well as just some general, Forge-style glow-ups and changes, some probably based on necessity, to be fair, because there's only so much you can do as far as curved walls are concerned in this game right now. Okay, so what we've got, I'm working basically from the bottom up. I've got this sort of back area, if you remember, or if you're not familiar. There's kind of this back area with a couple of ramps. They come up to this central little platform, and then there is another ramp that leads out from here up to the dead middle of the map. And the dead middle of the map has some fancy structures and whatnot, and it all very futuristic and sci-fi looking. And I'm gonna try and bring that, maybe not that tone, into the game, but I'm definitely gonna Splitgateify it. Splitgateify a word. I think it is now, if it wasn't before. So I'm gonna go ahead, go out on a limb and say it's gonna be a big ramp. Alright, wrong direction, right out of the gate. Always a good sign. Line that puppy up. It's really nice. A lot of the times you can tell if you've lined things up based on indications from the pieces themselves. If you see at the bottom of this ramp here, at the dead center, there is a line on the ramp. So you know what the middle of the piece is. I, for one, very much appreciate that, especially when I'm dealing with touchier angles. See, I'm doing some of this stuff at 45s, and not all the pieces in this game really like 45 degrees. So, alright. I've also learned that the manual adjustment buttons are your friends. Just way too touchy sometimes if you aren't using the manual adjustments. Okay, that ramp, it looks good, feels good, but I'm looking at it and it's not quite wide enough. So I think I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to double wide it, and I'm going to see what that looks like. Something tells me that might be too wide if I do that. Height. Boom. That's correct. Right? Yeah. That looks good. I don't like how you can't just place stuff while you're in the menu. Oh, that's much better. Okay. So this ramp will come up. It's maybe a little steep, but to keep ourselves from having absolute headaches with all of the ramps on this map, I'm gonna let it slide. and I'm just going to adjust the map accordingly. I'm having a little bit of a brain fart as to how all this ties in together, which is fine. I can adjust it as I see fit. But I honestly think we're going to need more of these ramps. So let's just dive back into the objects menu. Grab some blocks, ramps, flat. Yes. Okay. No. Yes. 4x2x4. Yeah, that's the one. Whoops. There we go. Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of fiddling around in Splitgate's Mapmaker here, and I've been trying to do more aesthetically pleasing stuff. Because I'm not somebody who likes... I'm one of those people where it's like, if I'm making a pretty map, I make a pretty map. If I'm making a playable map, it's going to look like a bunch of cubes slapped on top of each other. There's not really much of a middle ground. I don't make pretty and playable maps. That's a little bit of an oversight on my part, to be fair. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do, just to give it a little bit more color and character down here. One of the best things that you can do for color and character in this game is... It's going to be floors, isn't it? It's the glass floor. Immediately gives a little bit of color, a little bit of context. Not context. That's not the word I'm looking for at all. A little bit more pop to your map. A little bit more flavor. A little bit more of that carbonation and fizz. Yeah. Boom. Boom. And then let's make the height a good old-fashioned 0. And now we're cooking with gas. Okay, so that looks good. Just mirror that on the other side here. Just pop that in. Boom. So smooth, so buttery, so clean. Okay, so if we come up here, we're getting into the central battle zone on the map here. And basically what we're going to need to do is really plan this part carefully, because it's gonna really affect the scale of the rest of the map if we botch this. And I'm known to botch a thing or two as far as maps go. So I'm going to go ahead, and I think we're going to commit to block thickness for the rest of this. The ramps, I may have to go for thin ramp thickness, depending. But for this, I think we're going to go ahead and commit to a good old 2 thick ceiling. Boom. And then... Okay, so this part we're probably going to have to slip into something a little bit more manual. Alright. And then the height is going to be, if the height is uniform, then we're sitting at 1100. Okay. Alright, so Haven actually has, if you get to the top of these ramps, there's like a structure here, 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 and here. It's sort of this open plaza center with a small structure in the middle that kind of breaks up line of sight. I like that idea, and I think it's going to be actually really effective when you split-gatify it. So I need to figure out what type of scale we're looking at for that. I don't want to make it too big, but I also don't want to make it so it's, you know, a tight little corridor through here. So if we have a structure in the middle, we might be able to jet up to the top of it. Oh, and this is going to be one of those things. Okay, so what I think I need to do, while I'm thinking about this, is change the movement snap up to 50. Okay, that's good. That's good. Yeah, okay. So that'll make things much smoother going forward. Alright, now that we have this space, I'm thinking what I might need to do is bring in some more glass floor, because that was something Haven originally had in places, and it just kind of, it gave it something visually interesting to look at. Okay, so this is, I feel like this map is going to be much smaller than it is in my head, and I'm going to traverse it way too quickly if I don't space some stuff out. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back in. I'm going to grab, let's see, the 2x2x8. There is a 2x2x8, right? Yeah. The 8x2x2. Alright, as long as I'm at it, I'm also going to change... Okay, no, yeah, movement is at 50 already. Perfect. Okay, so if I center a structure on this piece right here, and I come up here, and I have pathways around, that could work. That could work, I think. Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, that's why the movement speed was churned way down. I always accidentally decrease the movement speed while I'm in the map editor. 100% my fault. I just do it involuntarily where I'm like clenching and I click something. It's just how it goes. Okay, so that's not bad. Okay, yeah, this map is definitely going to be smaller than I was initially envisioning. But that's okay. Sometimes you just need a good 2v2. And I believe this map is going to be perfectly functional with bots. Which was something that it's actually pretty difficult to get a perfectly functional map for bots, because they don't comprehend the portal side of things very well yet, and it leads to some very awkward situations for them. Oh, excuse me. All right. What's the scale of that? That's gonna be a. Let's just go with the 4x. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So if we tip this, no. Okay. No. You know, it's one of those things where it's like, it's just trial and error. Which way is it going to be? Oh my god, what did I just do? Okay. Let's try that again. I just want to tip this flat. That's all I'm trying to do. Okay? No! That's not it. That is also not it. That's not it either. Well, that's just bizarre. Okay. Let's get this block in here. Come on, people. Can't be that... Oh, there's two different blocks for that. Well, I'm an idiot. Not surprising anybody. Alright. Boom. And then... boom. And then... boom. And then... boom. Okay, alright. So we have the central area. It's pretty laid out as to what we want it to be. This looks pretty good. And it really cuts, this will cut up the sight lines from that side to this side. Beautiful. I hate to say it, but I almost think this whole thing needs to move over a little bit. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it now because I know I'm gonna regret it later if I don't. Oops. So I'm going to want to make this move over first, then move over this, and then move this back down, okay, and then I really hope that this actually turns out. I've been, it's one of those things where it's like I start maps a lot of the times, and I feel like I get to a certain point, and then I just don't finish them. Not because I don't want to. A lot of the times it's just because I don't have the time. But this one's one that's pretty simple, and I should be able to get this thing done. And if I'm lucky, I might even be able to get it done in one sitting. So I'm going to go ahead. Not gameplay. Objects. Blocks. What do we got? Do we have... Wedges. Does wedge work for this? A wedge corner. A wedge corner, actually, might be perfect for this. If I do something like this with it, and if I bring it down... Oh, that's the perfect height. Oh. Okay. I'm picking up what I'm putting down. That works perfectly, I think. Okay, can you get this jump? You should be able to get this jump without, without even hitting the boost. Okay. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. Okay, let's see. Let's get this lined up. Beautiful. Bring it on over. Translate it to the other side. One of the best parts of making a symmetrical map is you don't really have to worry about, once you've got it on one side, you just bring it over to the other. So much easier, so much smoother. I prefer asymmetrical maps when I'm playing, though, which is strange. I know, it's bizarre. A lot of people, they want a perfectly balanced experience. They want it to be, pure skill. That's the only thing that's going to stand between me and winning this game. I'm more sort of like, I'd rather be, what's the saying? I'd rather be lucky than good. Okay, so that gives us this. Gives us these locations. I'm going to have to get really creative with making the walls on this map, because I don't want to have to just spam the ground outside with a bunch of kill zones. Though I will if I have to. Okay, so I'm trying to remember what the sight lines were like on the original map. They definitely weren't this wide open. So I think what I might have to do is get creative with it. Oh, that actually doesn't look half bad. Okay. Do I want to do that? I think I might want to do that. That. Okay. So we're already straying away from our inspiration, which is not a bad thing. But it means that we're going to have to get a little bit more... We're going to have to plan this thing out. We need to know where we're going so we don't go too far off the rails and wind up with something that's too difficult to translate. Because map legibility is worth a lot. Yeah, this is still pretty good. I love this, actually. I love this part of it where it's okay, so I need blocks. I need blocks. 4x4x4. That sounds ideal. Boom. 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 Okay. And boom. I don't think anybody's watching right now, but if you are watching, feel free to go ahead and say something in the comments. I'm lonely. Alright. So here we are. I'm trying to figure out... So, in the original, there is a man cannon, which literally it just launches people up from a lower part of the map onto this central area, like this spot right here in particular, on either one of these segments. And I do not know how to translate that into Splitgate. I feel like the obvious choice might be... Oh, I think I know what it is. I think I know how to do this. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I need to put in an object, prop. What's a good long... portal momentum. Portal momentum would be good. I'm trying to think of a way of getting that so that would work in this case. Hi, Salty, by the way. And I'm not exactly sure if there's a good way of doing that. Portal momentum would actually work really well if there was a good place to drop that sort of thing. What I'm thinking, I think what I need to do is, and I'll adjust this as I go, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a portal cube and I'm going to do some funky spinning with it. Is this centered? No, it is not. Okay. So what I need to do, I'm going to go ahead and get some crazy rotations going. Bum, bum, ba. Bum, bum, ba. Bum, bum, bum. That doesn't seem right. I'm going to try and do... What I want to do... No, that's the wrong one. Does that do it? That does it. That's the one. Alright. This might not be the direction I wanted it to be facing for this. Okay, well, let's see. So if I place this up here, floating over the center, I'm picturing... No, okay, so let's see. Let's see, a portal here. Portal here. Okay, so yeah, I think I need to turn this so it's facing... So these two faces are facing in the opposite direction. Okay, I spun it, and that put it off its axis. And also didn't do what I was intending it to do. So. Okay, so let's try this again. Let's get this. Okay, you know what? Let's make this easy on ourselves and switch things to all 45s all the time. Whoops. Nope. Okay. And we're back to where we started. I guess I should have figured. Nope. And nope. 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 It's like solving a Rubik's Cube, but it's only one block. And I'm back to where I started. Oh, this is way off at this point. Okay. It is a perfect cube, which is... Oh, okay, hold on. Ah. What the heck is that? Okay, so I keep winding up with these two faces facing the wrong direction. There we go. Beautiful. Perfectly planned. That way I have one portal that comes from down here, and then when the other portals happen, they're going to be perfectly lined up. There will be a space that you can shoot from down at the bottom that you can get up on either side. Perfect. All right. I'm actually really excited about this part, because I think, to be honest, that this looks kind of cool. Having a floating cube in the middle of a map is definitely something. But I think what I'll need to do is I'll have to put shielding on parts of it so people don't abuse it to get out of the map or something. Which is a thing. That's pretty easy to do if you know how to do portals. So, we are in a good position right now. And now we just need to start working on the map itself. Okay. Progress has been made. We have a central area. We don't have a central structure yet. Okay, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Central structure time. What do I want to do? In the center of the original haven is like a couple of hexagons, hexagonal shapes poking up out of the ground, and I don't think that's quite what we're looking for. I think what we want... Do we want to go with the rocks? I haven't done much with the rocks. So... I'm going to go ahead and scale this puppy all... Nope, not that way. How about... yeah. Yes! Oh, that's going to be cool. That's going to be so cool. Oh. Hello. Okay, so now I need to make sure that my rotation snap is back to 15, because you want stones to look natural. But also, ooh. Okay. Height. No. Scaling. Whoops. That's the button. I'm going to scale that one down just a little bit, and then move my movement speed back up. And then, okay, so that's in a, yeah, it's in a good position. Yeah. All right. How about, is that looking good? It's looking kind of good. I didn't realize there was this kind of rock in here. Honestly, I've only done very little with the stones in the game. Which is a shame, because making a rocky maps is always one of my favorite things. Oh, I'm trapped. That's cool. Alright. So these stones, these spiny little bits, are going to be very cool. So if I scale this just a little bit, then... something like that. Then, how about I scale this one a bit more in either direction? Well, I don't know why it's quite doing that. There we go. Now, you get back in there, Funky Town Rock. Okay, so movement. I feel like movement snap needs to be lowered just a little bit so I can make this feel natural. I mean, it's not going to be natural. Okay, so if I'm coming from over here, do I see people through it? No. Can I get over it? Yes. Do I want to? Sure. Okay, so let's go with a pokey bit going up here. Alright, rotation snap is also going to have to come down. When you're working with natural pieces, you do not want to have rotation snap doing anything untoward. Okay, that's good. Let's take this one, and let's mess with the scaling. This one can get wide, and it can get also wide. And it can get placed down in the middle. Whoops, don't want to poke through too much. Okay, that's good. Let's scale it up a little bit to the sides. Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't know about you guys, but I kind of like building things with natural objects. And having these rocks and the fact that you can scale with them, it's just so fun and so cool and so clever. Okay, so there's that. And then let's flatten this puppy out. Alright. And then let's just... we can just kind of circle the rocks with some further rocks. Alright. Oh, that looks good. That looks so good. See, now this is where I like to be. My happy spot is making maps and especially fiddling around with the natural elements on the maps, because I always feel like they're more engaging to look at when you've got this sort of structure going on. It's more interesting, and honestly, I feel like that's going to become the aesthetic of this map. It's going to be this sort of rocky substrate thing going on in a couple of locations, just to kind of give it a little bit of a individual flair. The original one was very technology driven, the original Haven, and this one can be... whoops, okay, so let's jack that up. Let's jack that up one click. Yeah, the original map was very technology. All this futuristic glowing lights and smooth metal. This one's going to be a little bit more... well, look at it. That looks cool. That looks awesome. I'm very pleased with this. I love it. I do love this. This looks amazing. Okay. Before I gush about that too much, I think I'm going to want to continue with the structure of the map. I don't know. I think I should probably swap these pieces out. Yeah. Alright. So now I need to get out of there, into blocks, into ramps. This is only going to be a 2x4. But it is also going to need rotation snap back to 15, movement snap back to 50. Boom. So much better. Really smooth, really intuitive, much, much better than other map makers I've worked with, especially in Halo, because that's mostly where I have worked with map makers. It's just so much more intuitive to me. Okay, so we have a good line of sight blocker right here. I feel like... okay, so I feel like one thing that's going to need to happen is... Well, okay, I know I just changed everything back. But that's nothing that a little scaling can't fix. I keep accidentally changing the interaction of the movement speed. That's not ideal. There's that. And then poke this one out of the side here. There we go. Just that little bit extra to the sides visually makes all the difference. All right. Okay, cool. We are moving on from that. The bottom floor. Bottom floor should probably be tackled first. Oh, no, 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 no. Which one is this? Oh, it's this one. Okay, well, can't be helped. I guess I'm going to have to come up a little bit more with it. And then I'm going to scale it. How about we move this? Oh, okay, that's not good. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Progress has been made, and I love the look of these rocks. It actually, like, they've managed to make it look like the texture isn't stretchy. It isn't warped for being on them. It kind of looks like, if you've seen rocks in nature, you've seen them with patterns like this, and even if it is a little bit stretched and warped, it's not the end of the world. It's just the end of the rock. Okay. Dwayne. The Rock. Janssen. So I'm thinking, and I know that's an immediate warning sign, but I'm looking at this, and I'm trying to figure out how this happened in the original map. I'm not making Haven. I'm making a very closely inspired Haven-style map. Mostly because I feel like it's going to be easy and I'll actually be productive, you know? I'm not wasting my time doing it. I'll actually have something that plays well. Okay, movement snap. And I'll have something with a generally tried and tested layout. I love how, after doing all the twisting and turning and whatnot, the sun lines up in just such a way that that's a perfect square. That's kind of funny. Okay. Okay. Don't know why I'm so tired right now. It makes no sense. I haven't done much today. I've had one class, which, I mean, admittedly can take it out of a guy, but, you know, it's just one class at the end of the day. Objects, props, what do we got? Let's go all the way down to the bottom and see. Do we want to go yellow? Oh, I hate this part of things. Okay, so if I went... No. Okay, so if I went... Yes. Okay. So if I did that, does yellow work? Yellow actually works pretty well. We're kind of getting a desert vibe out of this map. And I do like a good desert map. And like I've said, you know, I do like working with natural map designs. Or more organic map designs. Because that's easy to make. You know, when you have an organic map design, you have an easy excuse for why it's asymmetrical. And like I said, I prefer asymmetrical maps. Okay, so what's the height? What height hath ye gotten to? Negative 500. Cool. Whoops. Had it lined up. And then failed. Okay. Alright. This is looking interesting. I have colored myself intrigued as to how this map making is going to go. Okay, so I'm sitting here, I'm looking at this back wall, and I'm thinking portal wall. Portal wall, portal wall, portal wall. This is going to be weird. Not going to lie. Don't know how I'm going to feel about this. But it works. Can I move it back a little bit more? No, I cannot. That might just work. That might just work as is. It's a little clunky, but... Okay. God, I'm just going to keep coming back to the rocks, because those rocks look hecka good. I very much like the rocks. Okay, so zooming back out, let's go Pikachu. So the other one was what? Negative 550 or something was the height? Let's just go ahead and drop this one down to negative 800. Yeah. Whoops. Need to rotate. Okay. That is good. That is lovely. So what I think we need is another portal wall. And do I want it to be a portal wall that I scale? No. Do I want it to be framed? Yes. Easier to deal with and to work around. Aha! That's looking good. Oh, this is... I'm excited about this, guys! Oh my good... Oh, that is some trippiness right there. Whoops. Yeah, fell off my map. Okay. I'm quite pleased. Do I want to have one side be green and one side be yellow? I don't think so. I think that's going to be... Well, I was just talking map legibility, so I guess I have to try. I don't know if the green pillar is going to be tall enough, though. Okay. Now, you know what? I'm going to commit to the yellow. I'll do other things later on that will hopefully improve map legibility, but for right now I can't justify using the different block there. I just don't think it looks as good, to be honest, and it'd have to be adjusted for the fact that it's a different size block, which is something that they really need to change at some point. Oh wait, did I say negative 800? Yeah, it was negative 800 over there. Interesting. Yeah, this area here's good. the ability of just being able to zap up from the bottom floor is going to be fun. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of loving this so far. Huh. Okay. So, if we just turn this around, then we've kind of got this central location on lockdown. Yeah, now we need to adjust the height, and we should be in the good spot. I'm liking it. I am liking it. I especially like the rock structure. The rock structure might be my new favorite thing. Okay. So now, we need to start tying this together. So these are 2x8x4, which means that if we go in and we snag some blocks that are 2x8x4, or 8x2x4 even, 8x4x2, yeah, 8x2x4. It still kind of baffles me that there are different blocks, but I'm assuming that there's like difference in texture. It did look like there was there. Okay. Is this going to be one of those things where it's not going to quite line up for me? Might be. Yeah. Yep. Don't know why that is. I really just don't. It feels like there's something's gone screwy with the way portals link up with not the portal blocks, specifically the portal blocks link up with other things. Interesting. That's too deep. That's not. Let's go to 10. Depth. And then width? No. That's really close, but it's still not right. Don't know about this. Not quite sure. How do I want to tackle this? Do I want to just, like, get particularly finicky with exactly where this block is? Yeah, I think I might. I think I just might. Okay. Yeah, that works. I'll get finicky with it. That actually isn't half bad. I'm picturing this when it's done. This is already definitely not Haven. But that's fine. That's a good thing. We want this to have our own flavor, our own style, our own flair for the fancy. Not sure if that's something that you do in Splitgate, is have a flair for fancy, but gosh darn it, we're going to try, I guess. Okay. Is that the right? No, that's still... It's still overlapping just a little bit. Alright, I feel like I'm going to have to get really manual about this. Because otherwise we aren't going to get anywhere with it. Okay, that actually is going to be good. Because if we go to tools and if we go to height, if we drop it down to there, then I think we finally got it. And if we come over here, I think that's actually what it was over here too. Cool. All right. Let's save that. Progress has been completed. We are in a good spot to continue. Okay. Yeah, once this central area is done, honestly, the rest of this map is not a difficult thing. The angles are going to be a little bit weird going forward, but other than that, it's not going to be too bad. Going to be fairly smooth sailing. Okay. I will embrace the time in which I once again get to use movement snap of 15 or movement snap of 50 and can put things at right angles again. But that is not this day, I'm afraid. So we got that portal, we got these portals. If I stand here... If I stand here, I can watch down the path. And also to the planned future portal that I have planning on going right there. Ish. Okay. So if we come down, okay, we need to wall this area off eventually, but we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Okay. Objects. 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 What are objects? Blocks. Once again, I feel like I need to go 2 by 4 by 2. No. How about we go... What's the other one? What was the one that I just had? 2 by 4 by 2 or 2 by 2 by 8 by 2 by 4? 2 by 2 by 4. Yeah. Yep. height of... What was it? Height of 200. Let's go ahead and... Oh, that's perfect. That lines up identically with what we're going for. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, oh, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't know why I had that accent there for a second. Many apologies. Okay. I feel like I'm going to have to start building... Okay, so it's hard to know what to prioritize. Just the fact that it's coming along so well down here, it makes me feel like I should just continue this while the going's good. Excellent. Okay, how did this line up? About halfway into this block. Halfway in. Whoa! Beautiful. Okay. Spappy Boom Blappy is coming along. Okay, this is gonna bug me. Does this work? Does this look good? Is it effective? Is it anything that we actually want to have in our map? I'm unconvinced about the fact that you can just kind of come around the side of it and scoot away. But that's hardly the worst thing ever. And honestly, you're pretty vulnerable if you choose to use this one. So, boom. Oh, hold on. I need a picture of these rocks. Yeah, perfect picture. Perfect picture of some picture-perfect rocks. Okay. Oh dear. Oh dear. Whoa, rotation. Why, though? I feel like Dr. Zoidberg trying to decide what chess piece to eat. Because I'm looking at this. See, now here's the one thing that I think Halo's Forge really does better than the Splitgate map editor. And that is magnets. See, with that, like, you can actually have something that perfectly lines up with the corner every time. Instead of sort of, you know, having to rely on angle jank. That being said, that still works pretty good. Interesting. Oh, I stuck my head in a wall and died. Yeah, that makes sense. That scans. Okay. Okay, so in the original, there was just a structure in the middle of everything down here. And then there were hallway going this way, hallway going that way, and walls here and here. Not a whole lot of excitement either way. I'm not going to get over those rocks. I am not going to get over those rocks. Okay, so what I need to do this time around, I feel like what I need is not just a central structure, but a central structure that is line of sight blocker for all these 3 hallways, but also extends partially out into this area, so it forces you to want to pick either one of these sides. In order to go up over here, you have to make a conscious choice that this is where you're going to make your stand. Alright. So here's what I'm going to do. Among other things, I'm going to raise these guys up a bit. And I think I'm going to go to a height of 350. Which isn't much, but it gives us a little bit more to work with as far as visual differentiation goes. Just the fact that it's the taller of the 3 is helpful. The gears in my brain are grinding. They have not been well oiled. They are squeaky. Okay, so here's... Do I want to make this room sort of octagonal in a way? No, yeah, it's kind of... No, okay. Thank you for your input, me. Thanks, me. Ah, I see. I'm aware of what I'm doing. Nope. Not a clue. Oh. Is that even? I can't... Yes, it is. That's fortunate. I mean... I kind of dig it, to be honest. Okay. Alright. No, you're going this way. How do I get it? How do I get it just so? Uh-oh. Oh, wait. I'm not fully rotated yet. Okay. Yes? No. It's just that little bit of overlap. Okay. I'm overthinking this way too much, but I'm having fun doing it, and I hope you guys are having fun watching. Definitely more of a challenge than I thought this one would be going in. Just due to some of the nature of this style of map. You don't want to make it too simple. You don't want to make it too difficult. And you don't want to break continuity too hard. Except for when you do. And this is one of those times I'm really liking the way that this area is turning out. Oh, in my head it looks amazing. You know, I like coming out of the map. You know what? While we're here, I'm going to save the map real quick. I don't know if you guys know this, but you can fly out of the map for quite a while, actually, and go and visit some of these structures in the backgrounds. In fact, I'm actually going to take off. I haven't visited this one yet, or that one, to be honest. So I'm going to go off. We are moving at maximum move speed right now. I just kind of want to see what this one is. I've been to a couple of the others. And for perspective, there's my map down there. Very strange. Okay, so if we come out here, just tiny little details. Tiny little details. So cool. That they decided to put out here for no particular reason. You know, half of this is just like, you know, flat sprites, flat things out here. But they're big. They're big. They're actual, you know, structures. They modeled these things in, and it looks good, you know, honestly. As long as we're out here, I'm going to fly to the edge and just see. The smoke effects are kind of funny. Oh yeah, you can't even see the smoke effects from behind. Okay. We're getting out to the far reaches of the map, where we have one more of these towers. And then past this, I actually haven't gone too much further than this before. I'm not sure if you can even see in here where my map is anymore. I believe it's down in that valley. And if we come a little bit further, we can peek beyond the edge of the world. Which is very kind of cool that you can just do this. It's just here for you to explore. And if you want to get back to your map quick, that is not an option. Okay, all right, I'm flying back now. I am making my way back to my map. Very cool. So what I'm thinking of for sort of the central structure, I think I'm going to go rock again, obviously, but I'm going to use the other stone option and kind of mix it in there. It's not going to be as spiky, though I probably will put some spikes in it because, honestly, I'm kind of loving how that looks. Okay, so we're back. What do I want to do in between these two? I was thinking that I wanted originally to do the glass, but I've been thinking about it as I was flying, and I don't really, because then I have to place something else behind the glass, and honestly, it's just going to be easier to do this. A little less interesting to look at, and maybe seizure-inducing if it doesn't stop Z-fighting, but you know, this does the job. Whoops. Depth. Okay. Yeah, okay, that works. That does the thing. Alright, so now, what I need to do, I'm going to put a little platform down at the base of each of these walls, just to give the room a little bit more of a vertical thing going on. And I think what we're going to want for that Blocks. Do we have... We have rounded blocks. I know we do. Beveled. Rounded. Let's go ahead and go for a rounded 4x4, 2x4, 4x4. Alright, rounded 4x4. Let's see what you're made of. Sterner stuff than I. Okay. And then if we go ahead, what's the height? What is the height? Do we want to go? Yeah, let's stick with 50. Yeah. Bum, ba, bum, bum. Oh, whoops. Bit too far. What I'm looking at here, I'm not sure if this is going to be enough to justify the pieces used for it. I mean, you'll have people who are camping this area, for sure. But I'm not sure if that's really what I want from it. Decisions must be made. A choice must be had. And honestly, I think they're cool. I think they're good, but I think I'm going to need to change up the angle a bit. That actually works. Does that actually work? I don't know. Does this work? I mean, it looks unique. Sometimes that's half the battle. Can I put a weapon pad on that? Let's see. Let's go ahead. You know, the BFB is everybody's favorite. Okay. You can put a weapon pad up there. Man, it's so frustrating to me that you can swing this and not have it make that awesome sound that it makes when it connects. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I hadn't looked close enough at these pieces, I guess. But they actually have little Splitgate symbols on the pieces of the map. That's kind of cool. Okay, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do... Boom. And then I'm going to do one of these. Why? Move faster, you dingus. Cool. That's branding. You know? That is brand synergy. This is Splitgate. Registered trademark. Enjoy your Splitgate brand pieces for making Splitgate brand maps. How's the sight line broken up with this direction? Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, so we come back down here. I do this a lot when I'm making a map where I build something, I put one piece down, and then I wander off into the distance for a second, and I think aloud about something else. And honestly, I feel like streaming helps me not do that, if that makes any sense. I actually feel that, you know, with an audience, Even if it's only one or two people, I really am, pushed to do something other than, wander off into the distance. Even though I did do that. That's very obviously something I did just do. I'm gonna stop talking, I guess, for a little bit. And focus, because honestly, I think I don't know what I just did here. This one lines up with that. But this one does not line up with that. Not quite. This one's on the line. It's not. Okay. Why is this one so off? This one feels off. Because that's not there. Okay, that's right there. That one's there. This one's not poking through the back there. I don't know what I'm looking at here. I did something wrong. But I can't quite figure out what. Because this one's not going into the wall the same way the other is on the other side. And it's the same size piece. It's in the same location. Not quite there. Okay, well, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and bulldoze through as if that's not an obvious thing. Height. There we go. 50. What am I looking at? What did I do? Did I put these posts in the wrong place? Okay, because that... I'm wondering if these posts aren't the same on all sides. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. What have we got here? Is this incorrect up top? Because I thought these were correct. They seem even. They seem correct. These ones seem correct. These ones seem correct. This one's wrong. This one's wrong. Okay. Right. Depth. That one was wrong. Okay, so the other ones are all correct, it appears. So there's sort of this little lip sticking out, which is fine. That's not going to change the gameplay at all, but it makes me feel better because I didn't completely botch this part. Only partially. And that fixes the problem. Right away, we are back in business. Okay, so now we need to work on the central structure of this bottom room. And once the central structure of the bottom room here is complete, it's pretty much just 3 hallways and a circular hallway around the outside. and then an upper version of those same things. So let's get them props in here. Let's get them big, thick rocks. Let's start with this one. Let's start by scaling this one. Let's go rocky. Let's get the biggest rock we can get. That's a decent sized rock. Okay, so if we put that there, if we put okay, let's plop that one here. Then that one there. We're looking at a chunk of rock. This is less big than it looks when you get up close to it. It's not a bad thing. Okay. Rock A has worn out my patience. Rock B, your time to shine. You'd better be scaled. Well, I thought these rocks got a bit bigger than this, but apparently this is kind of what we're stuck with. Okay, well, the natural structures on this map are going to be a bit, maybe underwhelming. Aside from that one really cool central structure up top, this might be a little tougher to get to looking awesome than I was hoping. Because even once I get this part down, I still need to go up with it. Because otherwise it's just a simple matter of jumping. Okay, sorry I haven't been talking as much in this one. I'm just kind of focused and trying to figure out exactly what my plan is. And honestly, I don't know how I feel about this part. It doesn't feel quite right, I think it's fair to say that it doesn't feel quite right. That's a lot of pieces going into this one shape, too. And it's not particularly convincing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go further up with it and see if... Oh, no, this one. This guy right here. I'm going to go further up with it. And see if I can fake it till I make it, you know? You dig? That's looking a bit better. Kind of got an Easter Island head thing going on. That's the eyeball. This is a great big mouth. Not quite Easter Island, but it works. Well, I guess I could have had that block coming down from the ceiling. This is gonna go up and touch it, so... All right. How's about... Let's go ahead and scale that a little bit. And this can kind of give us some spikies on the ceiling to go with the spikies on the floor above. Okay. All right. Well, it's getting close to 3 o'clock my time. It means I've been streaming for about an hour and a half. And honestly, I think I've made pretty good progress. But I think it's probably about time that I call it quits for today. I don't think anybody's actually watching by this point. So if you are watching, however, and if you did enjoy... I do appreciate it, and I'm glad that you've been along on this fun little journey, because I really do enjoy making a tasty map or two, and this game has really reinvigorated my love for that sort of thing. And it really is fun to see that people actually do enjoy it occasionally, when I do find myself in the mood to play some, to actually come along and participate. So thank you so very much, and I will see you in the next stream, which hopefully should be happening sometime. I'm gonna say might be early next week if we're lucky. I don't know why this isn't rotating the way I want it to, which is kind of the story of this game right now for me. There we go. Let's get that rotated down there. And let's go ahead. And with that, we shall end the stream. So thank you so much, everybody, who came out to watch. I will see you in the next stream. Bye-bye.